3,200 developers at Xbox, including multiple studios leaving the Xbox family. Now,
we got PlayStation removing physical media, and Microsoft is removing physical employees. How could this happen in the gaming community, man?
They're trying to claim that everything that's going independent, every studio that is basically being dead, the games technically aren't canceled. Now, this is obviously Xbox Live. Let's go through the entirety of this, because I have to say that all the leaks about this were bad. This almost feels worse than the leaks were. This sounds like everything from Blade to Compulsion Games to Ninja Theory trying to work on Hellblade. Everything is dead, even if they don't have the balls to say it.
They ain't got the what to say. What? Just like you ain't got the balls to say that PlayStation ain't doing any better. And the funny thing is, man, and like I've told you Uncasauruses before, we already knew this was going to happen, man. That's why Blue Point Studios got shut down. People are not buying and supporting these games, man. How can you guys continue to defend these companies, especially with all the things that have been happening? You really think they're going to continue to work on games that don't sell, that bring no engagement? There's a reason why y'all say Nintendo gamers buy exclusive. Well, there's a reason why we haven't seen a Kid Icarus game. There's a reason why we haven't seen F-Zero. See, this is how stupid you guys are. There's a reason why you see Mario in the party, Mario around the galaxy, Mario around the Odyssey. You see, Mario playing tennis now. There's a reason why you keep seeing this plumber boy. Because Nintendo knows this mascot is the only one that sells. It is what it is, guys. You guys want to keep sitting there denying it, acting like, oh, they need to go back to the good old days in Nintendo and bring back some IPs. Why? So they can fail? So they can fail much worse than when they came out? Come on, bro. You guys are not seeing the writing on the wall, man. This just goes to show you that gaming is mainstream. Okay? It's no longer niche no more. And the ones that are running the market happen to be the free-to-play gamer, the casual gaming market, and third party. It is what it is, man. Exclusives are going to take a far back seat from now on. I mean, I would advise you guys to go to Nintendo, but even then, you're still going to get the same game franchises Nintendo has been doing for the past 30 years. Like Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Pokemon. I mean, think about it. Has things really changed from Nintendo besides new sequels to your games? You're still getting the same franchises, bro. Think about what I'm saying, like Dan Games do you right, man. You guys are still glazing Mario, even though that franchise came out over 30 years ago, bro. You still ain't playing nothing else? Oh, this one they put a vacuum on his back. They got Luigi in the mansion with a vacuum now. It just goes as far to tell me that these companies ain't got no ideas no more, and that's why y'all getting remasters and remakes.
It's very playable. Apparently very fun to people that like zombie survival games in 2026, but they're canceling literally done games in order to try and like make their money back. Came out there and did the Xbox Game Showcase, which I hated. Remember that. I said at the time the Xbox Game Showcase just seemed like bells and whistles, didn't seem legit. And I got a lot of hatred because people say, oh, you're mad that Xbox is revealing so many great games like Senua. Well, it turns out the game was fake. It's never coming out. And now we have to hope these new people just fund it. You know what? Part of what makes me...
I mean, but did Hellblade ever really do well, though? I mean, it sucks for anybody that actually enjoys the game, but then you have to ask yourself, did anybody really play it? I mean, I hear these theories, too, where you guys are like, well, Sony need to acquire Ninja Theory. They could do... What do you mean? The games was multi-plat and people still didn't buy it. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares for these games, bruh. I know it hurts y'all feelings. It hurts. That's like me saying I'm a huge fan of Ninja Gaiden, but I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that Ninja Gaiden 4 is gonna do numbers in today's gaming landscape, bro. I think I'm fully aware of it. That doesn't necessarily mean that the games are bad. It just goes to show you that there's not really a market for these type of games anymore, and that's why we're starting to see less and less of the games that we love and more of the games that we don't love. But you think these companies care? Oh, they truly don't.
4,800 employees, 1,600 Xbox employees impacted. Now,
and when was the last time y'all even supported a Double Fine and a compulsion game? Y'all said Self of Midnight was gone. I love Self of Midnight. I thought it was actually a pretty good game. But this also goes to show you that even if companies are making good games, people are still not going to buy them. It is what it is. For example, Resistance, Killzone, Warhawk, SOCOM, MAG, MotorStorm. These are some of my favorite franchises. Okay? But I'd be a fool to tell you that if Sony brought these games back, it outsell Call of Duty. You guys know damn well it won't. You guys know that there's a reason why Sony, when y'all be like, Sony needs to go back to what they used to do. Well, there's a reason why they're not doing it there, Jimmy. Because nobody is supporting those IPs. Every time you guys want to complain about, oh, they need to go back, they need to go, dig back 20 years ago and bring back Heavily Sword. You guys sound ridiculous. You sound absolutely ridiculous. People didn't even support the game when it first came out. What makes you think people are going to support it now in today's gaming landscape, which is oversaturated with third-party games and free-to-plays?
I'm seeing this number sort of...
You're being weeded out. That's all that's happening. And does it suck that we might be potentially getting more studio? Of course. This does suck. This means less games for the people. But guess what? It also means that free-to-plays and these popular mainstream games are going to be in the forefront. And that's what people are going to be picking up. I mean, they're already doing it already, guys. I don't understand why you guys keep fighting this fake, fictional console war. There's no war going on. A war is two whatever competing with one another. Ain't nobody competing. Ain't nobody competing saying we got to do this over the... Ain't nobody doing this. How can you guys call this a war when they're all just sitting there kumbaya and just letting the money and the funds go in? They're not trying to force people to go elsewhere. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. It's just like with the Switch 2. They're like, oh, the Switch 2. Bro, most people that own a Switch 2 are probably PlayStation ponies. You know how many conversations I've had with people that say, well, I've never played a Legend of Zelda game until Breath of Wild? You know you ain't no real Nintendo fan if it took you that long to play that game. That's like saying, I didn't play a Mario game since Mario Odyssey. Where the hell was you for the last 25 years of gaming? This just goes to show you that the casual gaming market, which is what a lot of these companies are trying to go for, they already made their money. That's why Rajon Ronda was crying, oh, they took, I was on PlayStation and PlayStation under. Well, guess what? We put you on the map, Sony. Well, guess what? You put them on the map, and now they taking you off the map. Now they took you off the map. And now they want to focus on some other treasures. And that's them free-to-play gamers. That's where the treasure's at. That's where the money's at. You know what I'm saying? That's where the gold and doubloons is at. They're not making that with you. You guys know this, man. Come on, man. Yeah, we hear you guys all right. We hear you loud and clear. Like I said, man, gaming as of right now, in my personal opinion, is straight trash. I think it's garbage. I mean, it's good that Xbox is doing a little bit more than the average competitor, I guess, if you want to say that. But even then, even Xbox sucks. Right? PlayStation sucks. Xbox is trash. And even the Switch too, bro. Like, I mean, you guys out here glazing Splatoon Raiders, bro. Like, that, the game don't even look that impressive. They got a playable demo, I guess, at Target that you guys can see for yourself. Bro, it's not even that impressive, bro. These games feel lazy. These games feel like there's no passion behind these projects. It just feels like they're just throwing these games out just to make a quick buck. And that's how these games feel, man. I'm generally being honest with y'all. Splatoon Raiders don't even look like much, bro. It looks like, oh, we're just trying to, hit quotas, put the games out there, $50 if you get it on Amazon for the pre-order, and that's it. That's how these games feel, man. And I'm generally not feeling gaming no more like I used to, man. The passion is gone. And for anybody that's still backing up this crap, bro, like I said, get the things that are important to y'all, because as time goes on, those things are going to be raised up in value, and the things that you enjoy are going to decrease because you don't own anything. You don't own anything, and you will be happy. Well, I would hope so, because this is what you guys are putting all your money and all your faith into. Real gamers have already seen the writing on the wall, and there will be more studio closures, and there will be more companies relying on less and less games that they used to. There's a reason why we don't see potential franchises that we used to see anymore. There's a reason. There's a reason why, like I've said, there's a reason why you see Mario in the Galaxy, Mario, in the beach in the sunshine, right? Mario doing this, Mario doing that, Pokemon this, Pokemon. There's a reason for that, man. And unfortunately, this is all the market is really flooded with. That's all it really flooded with. There's no passion projects. Everybody just trying to throw out a mediocre title, you know, try to extend the console generation for as long as they can live. It's like, what happened to the days, man, when they were hitting the generation with bangers? What happened to the days when companies was out here launching impressive and ambitious titles right off the gate? We ain't getting that. We gotta wait 5-6 years. We got people on Nintendo we gotta wait. So we gotta suffer with these lousy Splatoon raiders, with these mediocre titles. We gotta suffer because, like, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, so we have to suffer with Super Mario 64 remakes and Splatoon waiters and Wii Master games because Nintendo's trying to extend the generation longer than it should have to. Instead of just saying, hey, you know what? Let's make some good games for the people. Let's take advantage of the hardware while we say, nope. They're like, oh, you gotta wait for it. That's what Xbox did. Every game that's coming out for Xbox, like Gears E, that game should have came out 3 or 4 years ago. I don't care what people saying. And then you got Microsoft saying, hey, the only next-gen Halo game that you're getting is a remake of a game that came out on original Xbox. You're like, damn, GameStop. That's a hard pill to swallow, ain't it? You know, even though Xbox is doing kind of good, but even then, you guys say I don't talk bad about Xbox, but here you go. You're going to act like, oh, you're an Xbox fanboy. And look, I just bash Xbox. This is what y'all do. You guys just make up criterias of people, even though I probably own way more Nintendo Switch games than any of you fools. I just got to make sure I check them in case the flash memory's still there. Because, you know, those games might not work anymore. I seen a video on that. But this is crazy, man. You know, I mean, gaming, in my personal opinion, is at its worst. I don't see anything remotely getting better from everybody, including Nintendo. Nintendo has been lazy, bro. They have been lazy. The fan base has been complacent. I'm tired of this complacency with these companies, bro. You drop a new piece of hardware, I want to see what it's all about. All this, we gotta wait 3, 4, 5 years. 3, 5 years. Remake Zelda. Wow. You know, you're gonna have a hard time inspiring a 40, 60-year-old man to want to buy a Switch 2 for $500 just so he can play the same game that he did when he was in his 20s. You guys are ridiculous, bro. You guys don't know where gaming is going. It sucks. If I'm 60 years old and I see that that's what Nintendo's doing, I'm like, I'm not buying no Switch 2. I got a nurse changing my diapers. You know? But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, man, this is very unfortunate to see in the gaming community, but don't sit there and tell you that I haven't warned you. Get your games up, man. Stop putting all faith in these companies, man. Because in reality, they generally don't care about you. Okay? They just don't. And Asha Sharma is definitely not hearing you, so I don't know why would you put that there. Take care.